Hello and welcome to the second video of this series on how to compose Middle Eastern music. Here I will give an example of a composition I made on the oud. It's really simple at heart. The better you are at playing the instrument, the more you can make it better. But let's dive into it. So the title is Been a Long Time. Basically, I'm remembering telling a story of how it's been a long time when I've been doing something and it's still going on and it's not finishing. So it's kind of not happy but not sad. There is a sense of complaining to it. Anyway, the important thing here is what I want to talk about today is the basic rhythm. So this is a tabla or durbeki, depending on how you know it by. And the main rhythm goes like dum tak, ta dum tak, dum tak, ta dum dum tak. And I will show an actual VST library playing this rhythm. But that's the main rhythm. Dum tak, ta dum tak. So in your mind you should have that rhythm going on, then you can compose a melody on it. And if you listen to melodies that go with this rhythm, it will be engraved in your mind and you'll be able to easily compose something over it. And notice in the beginning it's following the rhythm actually, with some ornamentation. The popular hat, I like to call this hat, that appears in many places, and it goes on and on. I want to show here, I will show you in the actual music, but for now, to read the notes easily, this is really I will play it for you in two ways. One is in D Phrygian mode. Actually, it's not really D Phrygian. I forgot which mode that is. I think it's mixolydian, because it's based on C. In the Middle Eastern system, this is Rast, but this would be half semitone flat, like quarter semitone. So this will be C, D, the E would be half flat, and the B would be half flat. I will play it both ways for you as it is now, based on C and with a half flat to see the difference. So going here, I'm using, this is the basic rhythm. Let's play it solo. I'm closing a few things, just give me a second. So don't worry about C and B, these are just programming the VST. And I'm using here native instruments, Middle Eastern. Come on, where is it? Here, Middle East. I'm using the durbeki one. And this rhythm is very popular. You will find it under, well, that doesn't matter now. So the rhythm goes like this. So playing it will sound like. That's the main rhythm. Of course, this is from the library now. I will show you what I mean in a second. So this is called under traditional. This is very traditional, as I mentioned, under Maksum or Bayati. Bayati and Maksum are really popular. This is Maksum 1, and it goes like this. This is more of professionally programmed, came with the library. can hear, you have freedom, some freedom to change the ornamentation. But you cannot remove all of them actually. See, like the black ones are disabled for you. Now, the main rhythm, this is right now, this one is in, I'm gonna call this, what do I want to call this? C mixolydian, I believe. It's one above the minor. Yeah, okay. But the idea is it's D Phrygian. Suppose you, like the way I remember it, it's D Phrygian but based on C. So if I'm playing, yeah, it has to be C mixolydian. I don't want to give wrong information, but I believe it's that. So right now, these are the actual notes. Notice here that I have E flat. Of course, the Reaper likes to put everything in sharps, but this is technically E flat. And I have the B flat coming up here. So let's give it a listen to some sections to show you what I mean. Let me mute this one, mute this one. So I'm using the professionally made rhythm. Tempo is 95. That's the first part. You notice a very strong sense of rhythm, especially with the dum ta ta dum ta. Oh wow, that was loud. Notice this is barely programmed, right? Like same velocity, same everything, same. So please ignore the performance aspect of this now. I want to talk about this. So this run here. So it starts, the rhythm starts here, and this one, ta -da -ta -da -da. As you see, there are small runs here. You can look at it as ornamentation. You can think about it as going from D to E flat to G, but this is a small run to fill the gaps. Some figuration here and there to make it sound more Middle Eastern. Notice a strong establishment of the tonic, in this case C. How do we do that? We go from C to D, back D from C, right? Over and over and over. And we start expanding and going back to C. Now, the second part, so this is the first part, the rhythm. From here to here, it may sound boring, but you can imagine they're singing on top of this, right? So here they're singing. And it's really, like, this requires significant time programming this properly. And a singer may do that with a voice with some freedom, which makes this slightly different every time it's performed. Now here, this is the second part, which repeats. Here, the main rhythm. So I have section A. Well, let me put it that way. There's the rhythm, no singing. Section A, rhythm, no singing. Section A again. Then here, this is an actual B flat. This will be clearer in the a bit later what I mean. This is not supposed to be half flat. This is an actual flat. So here there is modal change. I go from what they call Rast to Bayati, which is, you can think about it as the same scale as, so similar to Rast based on C, but now your tonic is D instead of E, instead of B flat, B half flat, this becomes B flat. This will become evident a bit later. But notice here in this part, because we established strong tonic here, this will give it a different feel. I'll play it from here so you know what I mean. So you notice the main notes are A and G, but really this semitone, this half step, and going from, so this was bouncing between C and D. So although this is based on C because of this melody here, has C as tonic, we keep returning to C. It's rich with the note D. So when you go jump to the A is the fifth of the D. So then gives it that feeling, strong. It kind of resonates well that you changed the mode. Now, let me tell you what I mean here. When we see the notes laid out. So here, we're playing the note. And then, trying to find it, we go to A. Here, starting here. The rhythm doesn't change, but you see we're going from A to G, then we go from E to G, go down to G, and then we end up on D. You see that's the modal change. Before we were ending on C, always returning to C, because this is yeah, but the boom is the main thing here. So this was actually based on C. Even the ornamentation earlier were based on C, except here we suddenly jump. We change to, we do modal change and go to Bayati, which is another scale. Basically we go to D, but we jump to the fifth of it. Then we return back to Rast or C, but we go up, starting at B half flat. Here it's B flat, and you will see that gives it some kind of hopeful sound, I would call it. So we play the main rhythm again, and then we go back to that to give it that feel. Here, let me show you. This is the start from here. So notice when we return here, we're establishing a strong sense of tonic C again, because it's repeating the main rhythm that's already engraved in your mind. So you can tell these changes in feeling. So let me go from here and we'll play it through here. here, you need an actual instrument to make this sound good, with all the vibratos and the little tricks you can do to make this sounds, slides and etc. This will really sounds good on the instrument, not very boring like the MIDI programming I have. But so here, let me go back to, let's talk about what we've done. We were in the Bayati thing. You can think about it almost as the Phrygian, but instead of having E flat, technically this is not E flat. This should be E half flat, and I will show you the second version. It changes the mood. And then here, this is still Bayati. See, the Bayati scale is really very nostalgic, especially when you go to its fifth. Here, actually, we went to its major mode on B flat. You see that kind of brightness that came, but then we play at the E, and this half step here gives it the other nostalgic, sad feeling, kind of. So you see, playing, emphasizing these notes, somehow your mind puts this relative to the tonics, and immediately you don't really have just the change from, like, imagine you're playing A flat and A, right? See, there is A sharp to A, but put together, this feels slightly more depressed than this because of this change. Also, but here we change, notice we go to the C. So it's as if we played this. That's how your mind at least perceive it behind the scene. So that's that. Let me show you how it's supposed to be with the half flat. By the way, I am using this library. I have a full review about it in one of the videos. So you can see now I switched to Rast and C, where basically it's tonic is C. This is how you notate it. Your tonic is C, but B and your B is half flat and your E is half flat, so there would be a dash here. Okay, let's give it a listen. So the intro would be the same. I think it's a little bit quieter now. Here I added a couple ornamentation just to give you a sense how it may sound like. Did you hear that? So I raised these to E, but actually this is half flat. Let's listen for this as in the actual half flat and compare it to the other one, the full flat. Actual one, the other one I mean. So this gives it an interesting feeling, which is it's neither happy nor sad. I don't know how to describe it. Close to nostalgic, maybe. So here I could have done something like 2 of this, but that's beyond the point. Now if we go here with some added ornamentation, yeah, it didn't work out great, but maybe something like this. So on the instrument, again, you can control the string better. Let me remove them though. And let's go to the other part. You can see here all the E's are instead of, oops, where did I go? Oh, I went all the way there. Okay. So let's go to, let me see the other one. So this part remains the same. It is B half flat, but now I will play it from here so you get that sense of change, considering that this is E half flat. So you can see this note here really makes a huge difference. So I'll compare both. With the other one. This is kind of sad, honestly. This is more gives it that mysterious feel. And same here. The B. Compared to this one. So for the A, the B flat to A, like this full step gives it a different feeling. Compared to this. So yeah, originally that's how it's supposed to be. Now, if I were to program this correctly, I know this is an open string, so it has to resonate. Sorry, this is not open string. The D is an open string. So this has to resonate a lot more. And of course, this keeps the body resonating. So it would go something like this. Yeah, but anyway, that's beyond the point today. So here in this example, it's really simple melody. We talked about the main rhythm, tum tak, ta dum tak, tum tak, ta dum dum tak, and how a really simple melody can go over it. And the idea is modulation, right? We said forget about your scales, sorry, forget about your chords and harmony. Think modal. Here your tonic is C. You highlight that, so to speak, qualities of that tonic, and with time you get to know how that makes you feel melodically speaking. We're not talking about diminished chords, for example, here, right? We're talking about the melody. And then we go to D, and then we go to D and A. We base the melody on A. Then we go and up back to C somewhere. Somewhere we went back up to C here, but that was C an octave higher than that. Of course, these are not accurate here, but that's how you create that Arabic feel. I hope you found something useful here in this tutorial. Main important thing is really that changes everything, more important than the half flats, more important than the oud, more important than anything else is the rhythm. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos. Have a wonderful day.